a review of the government's program for the upcoming period. Meanwhile, the Parliament formed the 50-member committee tasked with reading and scrutinizing the cabinet program, then presenting its first report to the Parliament. The details follow.
Prime Minister Sharif Ismail on Sunday outlined the government's vision for a developmental program up to 2018 before the Parliament. The program comprises 7 major axes, including achieving social justice, building a modern democratic nation, preserving national security, a comprehensive economic strategy, the development of infrastructure, achieving administrative reform, and enhancing the Egyptian role in the region. The Prime Minister also tackled the current situation and the challenges facing Egypt, calling on the MPs to back the government in order to overcome those challenges. Ismail also added that more funds would be provided in the upcoming fiscal year to reduce the country's budget deficit. Ismail spoke of several economic rates that need improvement, providing the percentage targeted by the program for the fiscal year 2019-2020. That included the reduction of the budget deficit from 11.5% to 8%. The inflation rate from 11.5% to 9%, the unemployment rate to 11%, as well as the increase of the growth rate to 6.5% by 2017-18, and of the national savings from 6% to 9%. He said that the principles of the government work was based on putting less privileged citizens at the core of the development process, integrating the private sector, combating bureaucracy and corruption, and reforming the state's administrative bodies, while putting into consideration the social justice, boosting education, housing, and health. Ismail added a detailed copy of the program was distributed to the MPs and another 80-page report with the outline of the most important axes of the program. Meanwhile, the Parliament formed the 50-member committee tasked with reading and scrutinizing the cabinet program, then presenting its first report to the Parliament.
President Abdel Fattah al-Sisi met with the Chinese Deputy Prime Minister for High Education and Scientific Research Affairs, Liu Yandong. Presidential spokesman Ala Yusuf said that the Chinese Deputy Prime Minister hailed the Egyptian leading role in the Arab world and Africa after conveying to President al-Sisi the greetings of the Chinese President Xi Jinping and praising the development of the Egyptian-Chinese relations in various fields. The presidential spokesman added that President al-Sisi, for his part, stressed that Egypt is paying great attention to cooperation with China in the fields of education and culture. The president also expressed his gratitude for China and for the scholarships that it provided the Egyptian students with. And for her part, the Chinese senior official said that 120 million Chinese tourists arrive to Egypt every year, adding that this number is expected to rise to 200 million during the upcoming years. Chief of Staff of the Armed Forces Lieutenant General Mahmoud Higazi is participating in the Islamic Coalition Countries Conference, which kicked off today in the Saudi Arabian capital Riyadh. Higazi is heading a high-level military delegation for a 2-day visit to the kingdom. The gathering aims at boosting cooperation in combating terrorism and enhancing military ties. The chiefs of staff of the coalition members are also to discuss the current challenges facing the region and the efforts exerted to regain security and stability in the Middle East. Foreign Minister Sameh Shoukry tackled during a phone call with his American counterpart John Kerry a number of regional issues of mutual concern, with the situation in Syria topping the conversation. The two top diplomats discussed the means of supporting the political process in Syria, as well as the completion of the constitutional framework that would support the reconciliation government in Libya and provided with the necessary international backing. Shoukry and Kerry also stressed on the importance of uniting the efforts to fight terrorism in the region. Foreign Ministry spokesman Ahmed Abu Zaid said that the two foreign ministers tackled means of boosting bilateral relations. United Nations Chief Ban Ki-moon on Sunday welcomed the removal of the Daesh terrorist group from the Syrian ancient Palmyra city, calling for the site to be protected for the future generations. In a news conference in Jordan, Ban said that he was encouraged that the UNESCO World Heritage Site is out of the terrorist hands and that the Syrian government is